The Brainiac Corporation. And another day begins. From all over the country, a cracked minds arrive at their base.
Hello.
Their mission, to continue to push back the boundaries of scientific knowledge and understanding. So come on in. Step inside with us. But prepare yourself for a bumpy ride as we embark on the worst excesses that are Brainiac Science Abuse.
Brainiac. 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 Brainiac.
Welcome to Brainiac, the show that takes on science with both hands tied behind its back. The big science tonight. How many volts can you pump into a show jumper? We make a lucky viewer Brainiac for a day. Another Hollywood star pays us a visit. We find Britain's stainiest food. And we send more caravans into orbit. Sometimes our brainiacs are dragged away from science to do other things, like read your emails and letters. Now, most of the time, obviously, we completely ignore them. However, there is one question that keeps on coming up. One question that troubles more of you more often than anything else. And that is, how many helium balloons would it take to lift a person? Oh, go on then. Helium, as any knows, is lighter than air. That's what allows balloons filled with it to fly. Now, obviously, to float a whole person, we're going to need a victim. Someone willing to lay their life on the line for science. Someone, well, a bit gullible, really. I give you Jon Tickle.
Hello, Richard Hammond.
Hello, mate. How are you?
Very well, thanks, very well.
So, are you looking forward to this?
I am indeed. We're indoors, it's relatively warm, I'm not in a wetsuit or half naked. It's going to be a good day.
Of course, Jon Tickle's always been a willing guinea pig for Brainiac. Previously, he's grappled with syrup, quicksand, and most famously, custard. Rather him than me, sucker. Right, Jon, here's the drill. What we're going to do is fill loads and loads of balloons with helium and then attach them one by one to you, and then you fly. Any questions?
No, that seems relatively straightforward.
It is, good. Then there's the helium. This is not going to be enough. We need more. A lot more. Yep. This should do it. The question is, of course, how many helium balloons will it take? And how stupid can we make Jon Tickle look in the process? So, we've got the gas, we've got the balloons. Jon Tickle is getting changed into his flight suit. We are all set. Take it away, Brainiacs. Brainiacs aren't very good at hard work, so to save them tying thousands of knots, we'll be using these beauties, each the equivalent of 2,000 small balloons. Once Tickle's airborne, we'll know the exact number of ordinary helium balloons it takes to lift a person. A person like Jon, who has a big appetite and scoffed a full English breakfast this morning. How you doing?
Actually, it's really weird. I can feel myself getting lighter.
That's not surprising, because these are serious balloons. They call them helispheres, 8 feet across. They're 9 cubic metres of helium per balloon. So they've got some proper pull. Yeah. What we're going to do is put a set of bathroom scales underneath them. Right, if you can stand on these without floating into the sky.
Well, you know, I think
if you can manage. So you're now reading 11 stone.
11 stone.
So if we let go of this one, we can find out how much each one is lifting. It's lifting nearly a stone of you.
That's amazing.
So what do you weigh?
Well, originally about 14 and a half.
So 14 and a bit balloons, maybe
yeah.
15 balloons, and you should take off. Now, clearly this is potentially quite dangerous, which is why Jon's doing it. There's a chance he could sort of float up to the roof there and stay there when he's got a date tonight. So that would be bad. So what we've done is this. We've tied him with this bit of rope. It goes through a pulley, and, well, there's nobody on the other end of it yet, but there will be, and we've tied a knot in the rope which will get jammed in the pulley and sort of stop him, theoretically.
High tech, then.
Ish. Remember, each of these balloons is the same as 2,000 small ones.
So what happens when we take the number of balloons up to the equivalent of 14,000?
Oh, right, you've got loads up there. Can you sort of... So how much do you now weigh, do you reckon? Stop bouncing up and down.
Balloon,
about
mate.
5 stone.
That makes John practically a supermodel. What will another 8,000 balloons do?
Can I make a small suggestion? Can we get you over this giant mat here?
I'd really love that, actually. Oh my God, that's not far off.
Really? Can you have a little bounce? Give us a little...
Oh! Feeling very close now.
Hook him up.
Yeah.
Can I try something?
Oh, go on.
And what I'm going to do is just pick you up by one.
Oh.
There. See? You weigh nothing. I reckon I can balance you on one finger.
Brilliant.
14 stone.
Yeah.
There you go. On one finger. But we're not quite there, because if I let go, look.
Little bit more.
Just a tiny bit. Have we got... Here you go. This could do it. Oh, that's touching. Look at that. There you go.
Lovely.
Good luck.
Thank you.
See if that does it.
Oh,
Look at that! Look at that!
That's it!
That's tipped the balance. You're
I'm
off.
going quite fast.
Yeah. Bye, mate.
Wow! Oh! Wow!
That's amazing.
There's a tether, right?
Yeah, there is a tether. About...
Yeah, don't let it
now.
jolt!
That's fine.
Oh,
How does that feel?
Brilliant!
So, to all of you who wanted to know how many balloons to lift a Jon Tickle-sized person, it is 15 big ones and 70 normal ones, an equivalent of 30,070 regular helium balloons.
Can I get down a bit, Richard? Oh, come on. Please?
Stop. The following experiment is dangerous. Do not try this at home. No, really, don't.
This is a printed circuit board, or PCB, full of resistors and capacitors. As the microwaves heat up the board, electrical arcs jump between the printed copper wires. The metal components can't deal with the hundreds of watts being crammed into them and start to smoke. Until finally, the silicon chip blows a crater in the plastic chip body, carbonizing the PCB as it disintegrates into flames. We do these experiments so you don't have to. Do not try this at home.
Finish what my body does.
Hello, my name's John, and the thing my body can do is this.
There are 53 muscles in the human face, with many of our expressions genetically pre-programmed from birth. Luckily, this isn't one of them. If you've got a body that does something unusual, then write to us at info@brainiac.co.uk and we'll show it to the world. All in the name of science, of course.
Oh! What is the best way to get rid of stress?
Down at the lab, we've got 3 of the angriest men we could find. A minicab driver, a nightclub bouncer, and a white van man. We're going to get their blood boiling by using techniques guaranteed to get nerves, then find out what works best to calm them down. White van man will be put through Brainiac boot camp. Bouncer boy will have to piece a puzzle together on a busy dance floor. And our cabbie will be beaten senseless with pillows. We had other ideas, but they weren't legal.
Go! Come on, Sean!
Each of our guinea pigs will have their heart rate monitored by an electrocardiogram. After 30 minutes of stressing, we'll prescribe each with a different relaxation technique, and whoever's vital signs return to normal quickest will give us the best cure for stress.
Right turn, full live. You want me to give you a kiss, Sean?
White Van Man's physical workout combined with our Brainiac shouting in his face is raising his stress level to boiling point.
It's a stench coming out of my mouth because you're cut. Come on, puppet. Put your back into it. Give me a kiss.
Jigsaw puzzles are fiddly enough if you've got podgy fingers, but the loud music, bad dancing and flashing lights aren't helping. Ooh, yes, he's getting very annoyed. Our minicab driver doesn't know where he is. No change there, then. He's getting wound up by the random blows, but he's also confused because he only came here to pick up a fare. The adrenaline is surging and steam seems to be coming out of his ears. Yep, he's stressed.
Here, puss. Here, pussycat. Come on.
With all three wound up to Gordon Ramsay levels, it's time to end the fun.
And stop stressing.
Now for the second part of the experiment. Which technique will be the best to calm them down? Two of our cuddliest brainiacs will hug and stroke our cabbie to try and soothe his woes. While in the girly zone, we'll calm down our bouncer's rattled nerves using aromatherapy and a relaxing rub. And because animals don't care if you can't cope with life's problems, it's dog therapy for White Van Man. Hugging is what we do when we want to tell somebody that everything's going to be okay. It helps lower the stress hormone cortisol, relieving anxiety. Our cabbie's stress seems to be melting away, but how long before his vital signs return to normal? Massages are designed to reach through the fat layer and stimulate the muscle tissue. As the knots in the muscle fibers are removed, the overall effect is to de-stress. Aromatherapy is meant to help increase alpha brainwaves, the electrical rhythm of the brain associated with relaxation. Regular contact with dogs is scientifically proven to help the elderly live longer because the act of stroking increases the brain's feel-good hormone, serotonin. That's why lots of old people have dogs. White Van Man should be cheered up in no time. Shame the same can't be said about the dog. They've all had half an hour's treatment, but with a chill-out time of 11 minutes and 35 seconds from distressed to de-stressed, there's only one winner.
The best way of getting rid of stress is hugging.
So there you go. Next time you feel angry with someone, just give them a firm squeeze instead.
Things that make you go,
Here's one for you. If the speed of light is 186,000 miles per second, how fast does darkness go?
Will it glow or will it blow? The weekly chemistry conundrum as posed by Dr. Jon P. Kilcoyne, Principal Lecturer at the University of Sunderland. So, what chemicals does Dr. Kilcoyne have in the shed today?
Hydrogen balloon, naked flame. Will it glow or will it blow?
The answer coming up after the break. Also to come, mind your melons, it's Brainiac for a day. What is Britain's stainiest food? And Bunhead brings havoc to another service station. This is Brainiac, the show that sets up a date with science and then goes to the pub instead. Still to come, Myang Li gets a Brit toy out. Can you eat upside down? And a movie star's in town to do some science. But first... Dr. Jon P. Kilcoyne of the University of Sunderland posed the question, naked flame and hydrogen balloon. Put them together and what happens? The answer? Below. Hydrogen, a gas that's lighter than air, burns extremely well. Trapped in a balloon, the combustion becomes an explosion. Nice one, Doc.
What a great blow.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the one, the only Brainiac for a Day. with your hosts, Dolly Girl and Dolly Boy. Every week, one lucky viewer gets to wear the famous yellow T-shirt and spend an explosive, thrill-packed day as a Brainiac. This week's Brainiac wannabe is Zoe Sharman, a part-time seamstress and mother of 3 from Nottingham. Welcome to the show, Zoe. Tell us, what is it that you're going to be blowing up today?
A lovely bunch of watermelons.
And what a lovely bunch of melons we've got. Not a cantaloupe or honeydew insect. Here are 12 succulent watermelons for Zoe to obliterate. Apparently all Zoe's kids love eating watermelon, but they hate the pips. She wastes hours de-seeding them every week. She's sick of the sight of them. But before Zoe can blow up anything, she needs to step through the magic Brainiac door and transform from catsuit-clad Zoe into Brainiac Zoe. I'm sure you'll agree, a much better look. But now it's decision time for our new Brainiac. Each of these envelopes contains a different explosive. Which one will she pick? Zoe, the choice is all yours. Take your time, love. She's gone for envelope C. Let's see what she's got. It's TNT! Great choice, Zoe, the Brainiac's favorite explosive material. Uh-oh, no time for congratulations, because there's the siren. The signal for Zoe and the presenters to retreat to a moderately safe distance. Our explosives expert steps in to set the charge. Brainiacs love TNT because you can drop it, kick it, throw it against a wall, and it won't explode. But add a detonator, and boy, will it blow. Write to us at info@brainiac.co.uk telling us what you'd like to explode and why. Be you joining us here on the Brainiac for a Day set. But today, it's Zoe's turn. As always on Brainiac for a Day, safety first,
Brainiac second!
Just time for Zoe to prepare herself. And there she blows! What a blast! Good work, Zoe! Everybody loved that one! TNT's the easy-to-say name for trinitrotoluene, a crystalline hydrocarbon compound that'll stain your skin bright yellow if you touch it. But they can do this to a pile of watermelons. Watch that TNT go. Juicy, sweet red melon flesh flying everywhere, like a giant melon galaxy being born. Ah. Well done, Zoe. Demolished and de-seeded. The kids will love it.
Thanks, Brainiac, for making me a Brainiac for a day.
You're welcome, Zoe. It's always nice to feel wanted. Speaking of which, off you pop back to Nottingham. Oh, and Zoe. Bon appetit.
I'm Carol Thatcher, and you're watching Brainiac. Enjoy.
Oh. What is Britain's stainiest food?
After months of testing different foods, we narrowed the field to the ones with quite phenomenal staining power. Then we collected industrial quantities of the stuff.
So we've assembled pretty much everything we need for this experiment. 3 baths, each one filled with one of the stainiest food substances known to mankind. We've got blackcurrant cordial in its concentrated form, obviously. Soy sauce. That really is soy sauce. And finally, chicken curry. What we need now is something to stain. Bring 'em on. It's got to be something cheap, disposable, that we don't care about, that we can ruin and throw away. And ideally, something stupid too. Out!
We know food stains clothes, that's a given. What about human flesh? These 3 pasty-skinned Brainiacs will do nicely.
Get in your baths. In you go. Enjoy. Now, you're going to remain in those baths for approximately an hour. I want to see it under your fingernails, everywhere you can. Right, I'm off somewhere warm.
Ironic that the one time we actually get Brainiacs in the bath, it's to get themselves dirty. They shouldn't get permanently stained because the pigment that gives the food its colour can only work its way a few layers down. Even if we can't get it off today, it should wear off in a month or so.
Right, I think we need to intensify the experience. I brought some equipment. You have a loofah. Its abrasive qualities might help. Use it as you see fit.
Of course, if the Brainiacs scrub really hard, the pigment might reach the basal layer of skin, about 4mm down. Skin there can't exfoliate, and our Brainiacs will be left with a permanent stainy food tattoo.
Time is up. Out you get, out the bath. Come on, bath towel Brainiacs, wrap them up. Right, let's have a look at you. An inspection. First up, curry. There's been some yellowing. The boxes have gone very yellow. Let's have a look at your hands. The skin's thick there. Bit of staining. Can I see the sole of one of your feet, please? Yeah, there is some good yellow staining on the soles of the feet there. That's, and around here as well. That's good. OK. 2, soy sauce. Brilliant work on the boxers. Yeah, you look sort of slightly browner more than the hands, please. Is that just dirt, or is that's staining, isn't it? And the feet, yeah, there's a bit of staining in there. And finally, black currant. Open the... Whoa! Ho-ho! Yeah, that's amazing. Let's have a look at one of your feet. Look at that! We've sent him purple. That's brilliant. He's gone purple. Now, what we need to do to complete the test is try and wash it off. Obviously, we were going to do that, you know, in a shower. But I think with the intensity of the staining, we probably need something a bit more professional. Right. Out. Stand there in a row. Robes off. Don't be gentle, just get them clean as best you can. Carry on.
A 150-bar high-pressure washer firing reasonably warm water, some car shampoo and a good scrub with a broom is the best chance these Brainiacs have got of going home their normal colour. Very pale. As it's powerful enough to blast the caked-on dirt off a 4x4 vehicle, this spray lance should be able to get to all those tricky, hard-to-reach areas. Extreme pain and suffering being the only drawback. Even these industrial-strength cleaners appear to have their work cut out, shifting some of those ground-in stains. Oh dear.
Right, well, that is the end of the experiment. If we have to pick a second place, it's probably the curry, but I think we do have final and conclusive proof that Britain's stainiest food is officially blackcurrant cordial. That is not going to wash off. Right, sandpaper. That's what we need.
Stand over there for me. Right, Mr. Tickle. What can we do for you today?
Nurse, I'm bored. Can you tell me something interesting I can do with my body?
Certainly. Try this. Put your right arm out in front of you like that. Pinch the skin on your elbow. Now see how hard you can do it without hurting.
Quite hard. Very hard. Really hard.
Pinching usually hurts thanks to millions of nerve endings under the skin. Your fingertips and lips contain the most, but there's far fewer on elbow skin, so pinching there doesn't hurt.
No, I can't feel anything. How bizarre. Thanks, nurse. That'll keep me amused for hours.
Not at all. Goodbye, Mr. Tickle.
Bye-bye.
Once again, Brainiac has called upon the world of show business to stump up any out-of-work movie stars for the purposes of a gratuitous explosion. Always happy to help, the A-list community have this week put forward an actress who's notorious for one particular performance, but has featured in movies ranging from Casino to Catwoman. The awaiting fans won't be disappointed, but which Hollywood superstar are they about to greet? She's just a stone's throw away from another epic performance. Yes, it's Golden Globe winner Sharon Stone. Since appearing in 1990 brain science flick Total Recall, Sharon has developed a passion for cognitive psychology and lists Pavlov's experiments on conditioned behaviour as her all-time favourite sign. So as Sharon makes her way towards the button that will blow up this car, the crowd falls silent in appreciation of her talent. explosive performance from Miss Stone. She really is a blonde bombshell. And when it comes to this 1984 Toyota Starlet, she's got a basic instinct for destruction. Let's keep our fingers and legs crossed she had as much fun as the Brainiac. Shaz, you did us proud. Tune in next time for the visit of another Hollywood star.
I can do science, me.
So many of you have been writing to us with your big science questions that we can't be bothered coming to you anymore. If you want the answers, you'll have to come to us. You turned up in your tens to the I Can Do Science Me open auditions. And we couldn't stop an enthusiastic Charlotte Hudson giving up her weekend to watch them all. If you've got a big science question you want answered, write to us at info@brainiac.co.uk and you too can have your moment in the science.
Come on then, hurry up.
Name? Sarah Higginson.
Number?
133.
Sarah Higginson of Southampton, yeah? Dear Brainiac, I hope you don't mind, but my question is a simple one.
Mind? Surely I Can Do Science Me is the natural home of all things simple.
Is it possible to eat upside down? And you expect me to be a spectator of that? Good luck, love.
This is the science you want done. We just give you the tools to do it. This contraption's for people who like to hang about like a bat and meditate. Eating upside down's a much better use if you ask me. As soon as Sarah's in position, she's ready for her first course, a microwave-cooked tomato soup. Upchucking, hurling or blowing chunks, it's all science to us. And we hope a likely outcome of eating soup upside down. But no, the muscle rings at each end of our esophagus, called sphincters, seal up tight to stop our stomach contents pouring out while we're topsy-turvy. Even gravity can't stop Sarah's soup heading up and staying up. What about the bread roll no one wanted at lunchtime yesterday? It seems your sphincters work when you're eating upside down as well. Shame. A quick drink to clean the palate, and even though orange squash is a lot thinner than soup, there's still no sign of leaks. Now the main course. Supermarket, boil-in-the-bag, value pack, spaghetti bolognese. Pasta up the nose is an increased risk with this dish. On the plus side, there's no danger of her slopping it down the front, like she usually does. No problem chewing. The top jaw becomes the bottom jaw, the motion and effects the same. But what about swallowing? The esophagus squeezes and contracts to push food down and into the stomach when we're the right way up. It's called peristalsis motion. It appears it's also strong enough to push food uphill as well. That's right, love, fill your boots.
Her name is Sarah Higginson. She wanted to know if it were possible to eat upside down. And the answer is yes, surprisingly well. Next.
I Can Do Science Me.
We're over here, love? Oh, forget it.
This frame contains 15 layers of premium brand cling film, traditionally made from PVC, but nowadays low-density polythene. This material has a thickness of roughly 1/10 of a millimetre. Layered up, though, its tear strength increases significantly. This Brainiac is about to run full speed towards the cling film. But will he break through or bounce off? It's a bounce off. The Brainiac didn't have enough momentum to tear through the molecular structure of that much cling film. And that probably hurt. 15 sheets of cling film, a thing you can't run through. Deep in the basement at Brainiac HQ, the world of celebrity has been mixing it with some nasty electrical equipment in a contest conceived to answer one of science's burning questions. Which celebrity can take the biggest electric shock? Third visitor to the chair is show-jumping superstar Oliver Skeet. As always, essentially pointless physical and mental checks are made to make our celebrities feel safe. Then Mr. Skeet is given a safe phrase he must shout to stop the pain. Olympian Oliver is 6 foot and a lean 14 stone. He's an Aries with a phobia of heights. When he's not riding horses, Oliver enjoys rollerblading, and his favourite electrical appliance is the iron. The Brainiac electric chair has 6 settings, from remote control soft to taser gun intense. So how much can Oliver Skeet take? Our celebrities so far have coasted level 1, but Oliver's a bucking bronco from the start. Up to level 3, this horse lover's going the extra furlong.
This is crazy.
He's on to level 4, where the shocks will really start to tell.
Oh, I nearly said it there. Oh, what?
A faultless clear round so far.
Oh, get up.
But then, on level 5, Oliver's refused.
Get me out of this chair.
By clearing level 4, Oliver's in the winner's enclosure for now. A length ahead of Neil Hamilton in second and 2 clear of old Nag McGee in third. Next visitor to the chair is going to be blonde reality TV star Kate Lawler.
Ow! That really hurt.
Dr. Bunhead's back on the road in his old banger. So take cover, because science's biggest loser is still trying to flog his half-baked experiments to the unsuspecting public.
Excuse me, don't run away. Do you want to buy my car care kit? Only £5. Look at this, look at this. Bird poo on your car door. How hard is that to get off? Look at this, Dr. Bunhead's bird poo removal kit. Got a little bowl here of water, that's part of the kit. You get all that. Then we need calcium carbide. We also need an ignition system, that's quite important. Oh.
Sounds dangerous.
Well, I haven't actually tested it, but if you could just hold that for me, and some highly flammable fluid. In a minute, I'll ask you to pour some of that on the end of here. Don't squirt in your eyes, all that sort of stuff. Maybe you should wear some of those.
What? What's it going to do?
It's just they're fashion accessories. If you'd like to pop those on as well, I'll just help you out there. That's cool. I better get some oxygen going in here. Washing up liquid. A little squirt there to catch the bubbles. Oxygen's going in nicely. Calcium carbide. This will generate a high... Oh my goodness, that's quite a lot of highly flammable gas. That's quite a lot. So put the fuel on the end there. You just keep doing that. Never mind the table. That's lovely. Keep it going.
Are you sure you know what you're doing?
Sort of. What's going on here? And actually, I wonder if you wouldn't mind just lighting it for me as well. That's it, pop the lid down. Oh, here, I'll do it. That's on fire. Good. I think that's probably about ready now. Let's turn that off. Pass me the... Thank you. And let's pop this down here. I've only got a small bit, but pop it on the bird poo and... Oh! Oh, it worked. Look at that. Bird poo removal kit. A £5. No. Oh, go on. No, only a £5. Have a cup of tea and think about it. You got any roller skates to borrow? No. All right.
We're on the road to nowhere.
Professor Myang Li, bringing glamour as well as brains to the world of Brainiac. Recently, the prof's been spending a lot of time in her garden with her favourite new toy, a flamethrower. Its 700 degrees maximum temperature can turn any household item into an unidentifiable mess. So let's fire it up and see if you can guess what object the prof has destroyed this week. It's hot and sweaty work, but that doesn't stop Professor Myang Li giving it her all and getting her hands dirty in the name of science. Well done, Prof. Another fine mess you've made. So, what was this rubbish before the Prof gave it a good roasting? Find out after the break. Also to come, Tickle tries to solve Britain's drought problem. Cooking the Brainiac way. And it's round 2 of Brainiac Darts.
Brainiac. Brainiac.
This is Brainiac, the show that slides down the banisters of science.
Still to come, more abused appliances.
Send more water, please.
Tickle tunes in to nature. And wave goodbye to another caravan. But first...
Brainiac.
Before the break, we saw Professor Myang Li let loose with her favourite toy, turning an everyday household item into this melted mess. But what was it before the Prof gave it a good seeing to? So there you have it, a plastic bin complete with dustpan and brush. Nice one, Prof. You're hot stuff.
Dear John, I've read that some people can locate underground water simply by waving twigs or metal rods in the air. Is this true, or are they just New Age weirdos? Best wishes, Jenny Morgan from Bridgend. Well, Jenny from Bridgend, it sounds like bunkum to me, but it's a little presumptuous to immediately class these people as deluding themselves, so let's give them a fair trial first, eh? What we're talking about here is so-called dowsing. That is, the method by which some people claim to be able to find hidden water by walking over an area with special dowsing apparatus. Pendulums, forked sticks, or bent metal rods are generally employed. Excellent. Apparently, my body will pick up on mysterious energy coming from water, which will in turn cause these 3 objects to twitch or wobble. Down there, we have a sewage pipe. And back in the house, on the end of this walkie-talkie, is a Brainiac ready to supply flowing water, which according to dowsers we have to have in order to be able to find it. Let's try first with the pendulum. Brainiac, send water, please. Nothing, and I can't say I'm particularly surprised. But let's go on with the twig. Brainiac, send more water. I'm beginning to see a little bit of a pattern here, but let's not give up. Let's try the rods next. Brainiac, send water at will. Wow, did you see that? It moved, it actually moved. Admittedly, it could have been a gust of wind or something, but it's a result. Of sorts. It's not exactly conclusive proof, but good enough grounds for further experimentation. This is going to be interesting. We've got 50 buckets behind me, and as you can see, each one of them is covered with a dishcloth. Now, I'm going to keep my back to them and put these on, and the Brainiacs are going to fill 4 of the buckets with water. They're choosing them completely at random and putting in toys to simulate the all-important flowing water. OK, here we go. I'm going to keep the ear defenders on just so I don't hear any swishy sounds. We're recreating a real experiment done in the 1980s that put dowsers to the test. It supposedly found evidence for dowsing, but the results have since been fiercely contested. No. Ooh, possibly. No. Yes, definitely, I'd say. No. I'll have that one. Yes, I think we're going to mark that one. Excellent. Well, OK. I think that's me done. Now we come to the exciting bit, and I'll check the results. Right, bucket number 1. No, that's empty. Let's see. Here we go. Bucket number 2. Also empty. Bucket number 3. Fingers crossed. No, that's empty too. It's not looking very good so far, is it? Bucket number 4. Oh, blimey! Well, stranger things have happened. That's got water in it. Fantastic. Where's number 5? Here it is. No, that's empty too. Right, let's examine the results and do the statistics. Well, I got 1 guess out of 5. But the thing is, with 50 buckets here, there's a reasonable chance that I would have got 1 anyway at random. So there you go, Jenny from Bridgend. Dowsing for water, a load of old tosh. If I were you, I'd just turn the tap on. You'll find lots in there.
It's Wednesday evening, and Brainiac Mum is off to the bingo, which means Brainiac Dad's left in charge of the house. With the kids safely occupied, Brainiac Dad heads to the kitchen to see what household chores Mum wants done. It's a tasty hot snack for the kids. That shouldn't be a problem for you, Brainiac Dad. But what's this? The cooker's on the blink. This calls for Appliance Abuse. Of course, the brand new iron, and Mum's hair straighteners too. Who needs a hob and pan when the bottom of the iron gives you the ideal-sized hot plate? Oil to prevent sticking and a cake cutter on top, and you have perfect fried eggs in a jiffy. Meanwhile, heat up those tongs, and you'll have a great mini griddle. And after the first few rashers, you won't even notice the taste of hairspray. And there you have it, a tasty hot snack for the kids. Well done, Brainiac Dad. Just wait till Mum gets home. We'll be...
47-second science. Big science questions answered in bite-sized chunks. This week, are 2 straws better than 1? A hard day's science really works up a thirst. And first thing Brainiac wants when he gets home is a cool, refreshing drink. But what's going to be quicker in the refreshment stakes? Drinking it with 2 straws or 1? Take 2 equal-sized orange juices, 3 weeks past their sell-by date. Pop 1 straw into one, 2 the other. Make sure you're comfortable and get sucking. As you suck, the internal pressure in your mouth is lower. The pressure of the atmosphere at the other end of the straw is higher and pushes liquid up the straw. 2-straw Brainiacs all done in 17 seconds. But single-straw Brainiac still sucking hard. He finishes his drink in a pedestrian 22 seconds, which means 1 straw is a whole 23% less efficient than 2. Answer to the question, are 2 straws better than 1? Yes, they are, by about 5 seconds.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's play darts!
Hello, fans, and welcome to Brainiac Darts. Yes, it's the one the crowd have all been waiting for. As the King of Darts, Bowie George, one of England's finest, takes on the little-known Brainiac. All eyes are on the board, and you could cut this atmosphere with a bread knife. That's the way to do it, Bobby, my son. But Brainiac is looking a bit frazzled.
24.
Of course, this is darts with a difference. Slight alteration of the rule book means each week a caravan gets destroyed by a different explosive. Today we're using nitroglycerine to blow up this 1981 two-berth archway. The caravan is wired by a pressure-sensitive fuse to double top on our dartboard. Once ignited, the fuse travels down the hockey towards our caravan, setting off one ginormous boom.
Bobby, you require 139.
We reach on the action with Bobby able to finish in 3. He needs treble 19 first. What's going on here? Tickle interlude, courtesy of Brainiac. 3 bits of tungsten in the one hand, 139 in the one shot, including off! There's the spark! No time to hang about! It's time for everyone to take shelter, because when our 1981 archway goes up, cartwheeling bits of caravan will be the order of the day. Up she goes! Nitroglycerine is a combination of glycerol and nitric acids. It is sometimes used as medicine to ease chest pain, but its real merit is in demolition with a capital D. Another very satisfactory conclusion to a fine game of Brainiac Darts. Bobby George 3, Brainiac and Caravans 0.
It's live and totally unpredictable.
If you love Brainiac, you'll love their Test Tube Baby, a brand new series. Thursday at 8, expect the unexpected. And next tonight, Stephen Dorff and Mira Sorvino star.
What did they do to you? Tell me about the virus.
Battling to stop a global catastrophe in the Hades Factor.